Are you approaching 65 or maybe even over 65 and your company is offering you a COBRA health insurance plan? Well, please be careful. Many employees are given inaccurate advice when it comes to COBRA, which can result in an absolute Medicare mess later on. So in this video, let's get really clear on what COBRA is, when it makes sense, and when it absolutely does not make sense, again, when we coordinate with Medicare. You've worked hard for Medicare. Let's now get the most out of it. I'm Emily with the Medicare Coach, the leading independent fee-based Medicare consultant, helping our clients easily navigate Medicare rules and insurance company confusion to protect your healthcare rights and your savings. We are not an insurance company. We sell no insurance products whatsoever. And for that reason, you will hear me say very different things in this video. Okay, so let's get into COBRA. COBRA, again, is a health insurance that's usually provided to you or your family when you are released, when you're let go from a company, okay? And at this time, as I'm filming this, there's a lot of layoffs happening. And I think what's hard is that I'm hearing from a lot of people saying, I have COBRA. I was told it was the exact same health insurance as my current health insurance or my active employee plan. You know, why do I need Medicare? And I think that the most important thing to realize is that COBRA is not the same as your employer plan. I was even speaking with a very high-level insurance person a few weeks ago. And they were letting go one of their senior employees, and they were going to give him COBRA. And she says, you know, he's fine. He has COBRA. He's 66. He's good to go. But as an extra benefit, we just want to give him access to the Medicare Coach for Help once his COBRA expires. And I said, okay, hold up. You giving him COBRA when he's 66 is absolutely a disservice to him. Even though she thought that it was the exact same health insurance as the employer plan, it's definitely not. And here is why. Medicare, really government rules say by the time you're 65, if you have COBRA, COBRA will be secondary to your Medicare Part A and B, okay? So your Medicare Part A and B will be your primary health insurance once you have COBRA. So what does this mean? In this gentleman's case, if he only had COBRA when he was 66 and did not have Medicare Part A and B, it means that he would be personally responsible for any of the costs that Medicare would have covered, okay? Another story, I was working with Sally a few years ago. She came to me because one of her lawyer friends recommended she reach out to me. And Sally had been let go from her company like about a year ago. And all of a sudden, she had about a $45,000 medical bill from her doctors, okay? And to make it more complicated, she was due to go in for a hip replacement in the next few weeks. So she called me in a panic saying, what is this $45,000 bill? What does it mean? Why am I getting it? Right? I have a surgery coming up. I have all these expenses. What do I do? And so I got to know a little bit more about her scenario. Again, come to find out when she was let go of her past company, they told her, you have COBRA. She was paying almost $1,000 a month for it, and she was told that she was basically the exact same health insurance. That's not true, okay? Once you turn 65, again, Medicare A and B is your primary health insurance, and COBRA will be your secondary health insurance, okay? So the $45,000 medical bill that she received was because she did not have Medicare Part A and B, which would have covered that $45,000. So again, there's so much bad advice out there around COBRA. So not only if you're getting let go or your family member's getting let go, please be aware of the rules, okay? So what does this mean for you, okay? If you or a loved one are getting COBRA or getting offered COBRA, there are times where COBRA can make sense, okay? COBRA can make sense to keep if you are 65 and over and you have other family members on your health insurance or who are covered by COBRA who need those benefits, okay? So COBRA can make sense to keep if you have other family members who need that coverage because COBRA can be sometimes a better option than other health insurance, say the marketplace plans or Medicare plans or things like that. Not always, but sometimes, okay? That's really the only time where we even consider COBRA as an option once you're 65. Most of the time for my clients who are 65, COBRA is an absolute waste of money unless your company is paying for basically all of your premiums, all of your COBRA premiums, okay? Now, we will still have them join Medicare Part A and B to be your primary health insurance because, again, Medicare pays first, COBRA pays second, but there are very few times where companies are actually paying the full premium of your COBRA package. And for that reason, once someone gets offered COBRA, most of the time, our recommendation is to have them fully leave COBRA and have them fully join Medicare. Now, there are exceptions to that, and it's all on a case-by-case basis. But again, please be careful when it comes to COBRA, because I see people all the time getting really bad advice around COBRA and huge Medicare bills or huge medical bills that could have been avoided if they had had Medicare as their primary health insurance, okay? So as I say, please beware of the COBRA. Share this with all of your friends or family members who might be getting access to COBRA, which again usually happens when you get laid off from a job, okay? Again, I'm Emily with the Medicare Coach. Check out my other videos to get the inside tips to help you easily navigate Medicare rules and insurance company confusion to protect your healthcare rights as well as your hard-earned retirement savings.